I used to share a small apartment with my roommate Evan. We were close, like brothers, and nothing ever seemed strange about him. But one night, everything changed. It was just after midnight when I noticed his bedroom light was still on. That wasn't unusual, but the apartment was just too quiet. There was no music, no footsteps, no typing, absolutely nothing. I knocked on his door and called his name. No answer. At first, I thought maybe he just fell asleep with the light on. But when I slowly pushed the door open, his room was completely empty. The bed was made, his phone was still charging on the nightstand, his keys were hanging on the hook, and his shoes were right there by the door. It was as if he had just stood up and walked out barefoot, which made absolutely no sense at all. I started to feel a knot forming in my stomach. I texted him, I called him, but nothing. No reply. Then at exactly 1:23 a.m., I heard a sound coming from the living room. It was a soft tapping, like fingers drumming on glass. I froze, every muscle in my body tensing up. The tapping continued, slow and steady. I forced myself to turn toward the window, my heart pounding in my chest. But there was nothing there, just the reflection of my own scared face in the dark glass. The next morning, the first thing I did was ask to see the building's hallway camera footage. I was expecting to see Evan leaving the apartment, maybe to get some air or something. But the footage showed something else entirely, something that made my blood run cold. At 12:04 a.m., the camera recorded our apartment door opening, just a crack as if someone was about to leave. But no one came out. The door just hung there, slightly ajar, before slowly closing again, all by itself. I showed the footage to the building manager, hoping he'd have some logical explanation. He didn't. Instead, he told me something I wish I had never heard. Before we moved in, the apartment belonged to another pair of roommates, and one of them had disappeared too. It was the exact same situation, shoes left by the door, personal items untouched, no sign of forced entry. He told me that when the police investigated back then, they found deep scratch marks inside the closet floor, as if someone had been desperately trying to claw their way out from the inside. I didn't want to believe it. I couldn't let my mind go there. But then, on the third night after Evan vanished, I heard it. A faint noise coming from inside his closet. It sounded like breathing, slow and shaky. I told myself it was just the pipes, the building settling, anything but what I thought it was. I didn't want to go near that closet. I really didn't. But I had to know. My hand was shaking as I reached for the doorknob. I pulled the closet door open, and the breathing stopped instantly. The closet was empty, completely empty. But then I looked down, and my heart stopped. On the floor, there were new scratches. They were fresh, deep, as if someone had tried to claw their way out, again. I moved out the very next morning. I didn't pack. I didn't take anything with me. I just left. Sometimes late at night, when I'm alone, I still think about those sounds. The breathing, the scratching, the door opening by itself. And I wonder if Evan ever really left that apartment, or if something else took him. Thank you for listening to my story. If you have any similar experiences, please share them in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. Stay safe out there.